Hello everyone, welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. It is time for Game 1 of the World Series. We've drawn the Houston Astros, who we actually have never faced in the regular season. The only other time we played Houston... Sorry, I had to take in the fanfare there. The only other time we have played Houston was in our very first season in the World Series, which we won that one in 6 games. So we'll see if this one goes as well. I'm sure there's been quite a few changes, though, maybe not as many as you would think. Now here in Season 6, as compared back to Season 1. So I will, if you remember the last several years anyway, I've kept score for the World Series games, and I will do that again. Though similar to last year, if you happen to remember that. So we get the jet flyover for the World Series. So basically I'm watching this one live so I can comment on it, react to it in real time. And then I will watch it again just for scoring purposes. Because a lot of times when this game moves a little quicker than a regular baseball game, you might have picked up on, 30 minutes instead of 3 hours. So sometimes scoring can get a little hectic, so it's nice to be able to pause and all that stuff, and breaks the flow a little bit when I'm trying to announce at the same time, and I definitely couldn't concentrate on doing both at once. In this venue anyway. Stitch is going to start Game 1. Hunter Pence in the batter's box to open up this World Series. First pitch is a changeup for strike 1. Follows that up with a curveball that gets a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down, here's Carlos Gomez. Should probably go back and see if, God, I really can't remember now if I was scoring games way back from the first season? Or did that start later? I can't remember. Anyway, Gomez pops up. I might have to go back and look to see what changes have happened in the lineup. Joe Mauer in here. That's definitely a change since Season 1. Although I did know he was on the Astros thanks to the All-Star game. He lines out to second, and that ends the top of the first. Nothing much doing yet. Kester's going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Take a look at the Astros defensively. I think they have quite a few of the same players. Not 100% sure, but I think this might be is it Annabelle or? But he said the Sanchez that got robbed of a no-hitter or perfect game by the bad call at first when he was with Detroit, I think is who's on the mound. I guess we'll find out for sure when he comes up to bat. Kester starting off the game with a 2-1 count. That ground ball over Sanchez's head, but Tejada over at short able to clean it up. So one away, here is Marvin. He will bat left-handed, and he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Ground just foul down the first base line. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, here's Chief. He has been red hot pretty much all playoffs. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into left, but it's going to hook foul. Makes it an 0-2 count. Hits this one right back up the middle, and that will be the first hit of this World Series. That will bring Terry to the plate. He's been a little better as of late, but it's been not his best October for sure. He has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the first inning. No score as of yet. We'll move on to the second, where Carlos Lee will lead things off for Houston.
Number 45, Carlos Lee.
First pitch to Lee is a called strike on a changeup. Another elevated fastball for strike 2. Goes back to the changeup and gets a swing and a miss. One away. Here's Ty Wigington. Swing and a miss. Also feel like he came over from Florida, so I don't think he would have been here originally. I can't remember who was playing third, so maybe I'm misremembering that or getting him confused with somebody. He grounds out to third. Chief had to wait a little bit on a hop, but gets it over there in plenty of time. Here's Lance Berkman. He was definitely here last time around. First pitch breaks too far inside. This one's going to go up the middle for Houston's first hit of the day. Here is Miguel Tejada. 1 on with 2 outs. First pitch is too high. Slider gets a swing and a miss. Another slider is pulled foul. That'll make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the top of the second. We are still scoreless. Both teams with the hit now, though. Frank is going to start things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. So Frank, much like Terry, has just never really gotten going this playoffs, but, you know, he's still got 4 to 7 games to make it happen. So we'll see how it shakes out. He's got a 2-1 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here's Tom. He's had a very good playoff so far. He will look at a curveball for strike 1. And that slider up and out. Bounces in a curveball. Tom lays off. Ooh, a fastball right down the middle, and Tom, I guess, wasn't ready for it. Then he swings and misses at a curveball for the second out of the inning. Zach has also had a very good playoff, and his average probably should be even higher than it was. He's had some hard-hit balls that were, unfortunately, right at people. Pops this one up. Will it drop in? It looks like it will. It does. Zach on first, Joey at the plate. There are 2 outs. First pitch, a curveball, catches the inside corner. Pretty good pitch, honestly. Slider down and away. Definitely down anyway. Ooh, Joey, I'm not sure that was a strike, but he almost came up with a big hit right down the right field line. Unfortunately, it went foul. And he looks at strike 3 on another pretty good curveball to end the inning. So we are still scoreless as we go into the third. Kaz Matsui is going to lead things off for the Astros.
Number 3, Cosmo Matsui, second baseman.
I think he has been in Houston this whole time. Not as confident in that as I'd like to be, but I feel like he was here way back in Season 1. I also feel like I did score those games. I'll have to go back and look on the blog. Anyway, we got a 2-2 count to open this at-bat. Get a ground ball to first. Terry will take care of that. 1 down. Yeah, Anibal Sanchez. I'd say I was right about that. Here's Sanchez, the pitcher. Apparently batting 1,000 for the playoffs, though I don't know when he would have gotten another at-bat since he's been in the American League. Just have to assume he came in as a pinch hitter at some point, I guess, for some reason. Why they would have chosen him over somebody else, I have no idea. It's got a 2-2 count. He will ground this one back to Stitch, and that will end the inning. Or no, it's only 2 outs, sorry. Here's Hunter Pence. He struck out in his first at-bat. 1 of 3 so far for Stitch after 1 trip through the Astros order. That one bounces in. It's 1-1. There's a called strike on a little bit of an elevated fastball. Changeup gets a swing and a miss, and that will actually end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless, and Stitch is going to lead things off. Stitch actually has some legitimate at-bats. He's batting .500 for the playoffs. Not too shabby, though I know that's small numbers. Hits this one to second. Matsuyo misses it. That's going to go down as a E4. Just right under his glove. Brings Kester back to the plate. He puts down a bunt, and that will be a successful sacrifice. One down, runner on second. Marvin at the plate. Struck out, I'm thinking, his first at-bat, if I remember right. 1 of 5 Sanchez got the first time through the order. Not this time. Marvin puts it into right, and it does land for a base hit, but Stitch had to wait to make sure it actually landed, so he ends up only at third. Chief, no problem, though, puts another... Oh, actually, no, that one is caught, and both runners had already taken off. They will get back safely. But I thought that was a hit, too. I can't blame the runners for taking off. They both thought it was a hit. I sure did. Terry, then, is going to have to come up with the hit to drive everyone in, and he's got a 1-1 count to start off. Marvin takes off for second. He's going to get thrown out. I'm not sure that was the right time to be stealing. So, we go into the fourth. Still no score. Gomez is going to start things off for the Astros. We are still scoreless. First pitch to Gomez is a curveball for strike one. That slider, I don't think, did a lot of sliding. Changeup bounces in. It's 2-1. Stitch puts in a fastball for a strike. Gomez has not swung at a pitch in this at-bat. Finally does, and he fouls that one away. We'll try it again. Swing and a miss on a high fastball for the first out. Here's Joe Mauer. He lined out to second in his first at-bat. He will look at a ball inside. That slider bounced in. Stitch gets the call on that fastball to make it 2-1. This is going to be put up the middle. That will fall in for a base hit. One on with one out. Here is Carlos Lee. Struck out in his first at-bat. Fastball too low. This one down by his feet. It's 2-0. Grooves in a fastball, and Lee doesn't swing. Hits this one, though, and he hits it a long way. That is going to give the Astros a 2-0 lead. 433 feet to center field. Set a 2-run shot, and the Astros strike first. All right, here's Ty Wigington. He ground out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a fastball. That curveball just misses. I really think Stitch wanted that call. Did not get it, though. Does get a swing and a miss on that changeup. The changeup seems to be his most effective pitch today. Gets a ground ball on a fastball, which Kester takes care of. 2 away. Base is still empty for Lance Berkman, who had a hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a curveball. He's going to line into right, and Zach's not going to catch up to it. That's actually going to get behind him, and Berkman will go into second with a 2-out double. So the Astros with another runner in scoring position for Miguel Tejada. He will look at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Ground ball to first. Terry will pick that up and step on the bag. Ends the top half of the inning, but the Astros with a 2-run homer strike first. Terry is going to come back up to the plate with the fresh count to open up things for the Squirrels in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch in there for strike one. This should get down for a base hit, and it sure will. Leadoff single. That will bring Frank to the plate. struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at a ball. Looks at a strike on a slider. Swings and misses at a high fastball, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Frank just looking lost up there. That'll bring Tom to the plate. Struck out his first at-bat. This one will roll through for a base hit. Terry taking off for third and actually gets in there. I thought that was a terrible idea, but he made it. So runners on the corner for Zach, who looks at strike 1 on a slider. Bounces at a curveball, makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Ground ball. Terry's coming home, and that should work. Throw goes to first, and it's not in time there either. That's an infield hit, drives in a run. Runners on first and second for Joey, who looks at strike 1. Still just the one out. Joey now with a 1-1 count. Hits this one to first. Berkman throws to second. Return throw to first in time. That'll end the inning, but the Squirrels do get one back. Houston now up 2-1 as we go into the fifth, where Kaz Matsui will start things off.
Number 3, Kazuo Matsui.
That's a pop-up into shallow right. That will fall in for a base hit. Zach gets it back in to keep it at a single. Sanchez, ground out in his first at-bat. I wondered if he might bunt, but instead he pops out to Joey. Here's Hunter Pence. He has struck out in both at-bats today. 2 of Sitch's 5 strikeouts now after 2 trips through the order. He's got Pence at an 0-2 count. And he will pop this one up in foul ground, and Tom will make the catch. All right, Carlos Gomez, or Cargo, if you might remember. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3. That'll end the inning. Houston still up 2-1. The Squirrels will start off with Stitch to open the bottom of the fifth. Stitch reached on an error in his last at-bat, went right up under Matsui's glove. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one to third, Wigington to first. 1 away. Kester got a sac bunt in his last at-bat, so he's officially 0 for 1. As he watches that curveball bounce in. Up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. 1 out single brings Marvin to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one up the middle. That'll be another base hit. Good to see Marvin getting going here. Feel like he's been a little hotter as of late. Chief, I really thought had the RBI last at bat, but good play by Gomez out in center. Stopped that. He's got a 1-1 count in this at bat. Looks at strike 2. Line drive just foul down the right field line. Still 1-2, 1 out, 2 on. Up the middle, Tejada to second, Matsui to first, and that will end the inning. Yeah, once Tejada fielded that, it was a tailor-made double play ball, and Astros do complete it, 6-4-3. So we'll go into the 6th inning. Astros still leading 2-1. Joe Mauer is going to lead off, and then Carlos Lee. Mauer looks at strike 1. Hits this one foul down the left field side. 0-2. This will be a line drive into center field for another base hit. Should I say another, but I'm pretty sure it's Mauer's first hit of the day. Maybe it's a second. I can't remember. No, he must have gotten the hit because Carlos Lee hit a 2-run homer last time up. And he's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat as they check over on Mauer at first. Swings and misses at a changeup. 1-2. Fastball hit towards short. Joey has to wait on Kester to get to second, and that actually cost him the double play. Carlos Lee able to beat that out at first. Wigginton up at the plate as they check over on Lee at first. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch, a fastball for strike 1. This one just misses down and away. Slider gets a swing and a miss. Another slider, another swing and a miss. 2 away. Here's Lance Berkman. He is 2 for 2, single and a double so far. Runner on first with 2 outs. He quickly gets behind 0-2. He fouls this one away, still 0-2. Curveball catches the outside corner, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Astros still up 2-1. Terry is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Terry 1 for 2. He did get the lone RBI so far today for the Squirrels as he looks at strike 1 here. That'll be a base hit up the middle. Maybe Terry also has found his way at the plate. That would be very big news for the Squirrels. Frank, however, has not. He has struck out in both at-bats, although he hits this one into right field. Pence caught it, but that's at least encouraging compared to what we have been seeing out of Frank. 1 on, 1 out. Tom got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. That fastball a bit too high. Popped up in foul ground. Mauer makes the grab. 2 away. Here is Zach, who is 2 for 2 on the day. See, he looks at a curveball for a strike. Hits this one right to third. Wigginton with no problem there. Well, that'll bring us to the 7th inning. Astros still up 2-1, and they will start off with Miguel Tejada at the plate. We will change pitchers to go get Johnston. Guess he will go into Zach's spot as part of a double switch, which will bring Quinton into the game. Quinton's had a good playoffs. He was the hero, one of those deep extra inning games. He had the walk-off home run in like the 17th. So maybe he can save us here in this game. All right, Tejada 0 for 2. Johnston starts him off with a fastball, but it's out of the zone. Slurve is in there for a strike. Throws another one and gets another strike call. Fastball is... Well, we got a miscommunication here. Joey should have had that, but he went to go cover second. It'll go down as an infield hit, but definitely a mental error. Brings Matsui to the plate, and he looks at strike 1. Fouls that one away. That'll make it 0-2. This is going to hook foul. Nobody's going to be able to get there either. Still 0-2. Johnston throws a sinker, gets a could-be double play ball. Kester on to first, not in time. 1 out, though, and Sanchez back at the plate. Apparently he's going to come out to pitch in the 7th. Looks at strike 1. That fastball a bit low. Slurve gets a line drive to third. Chief makes the catch. 2 away. Here is Hunter Pence ready to start the 4th go-around for the Astros, though obviously these guys will not have seen Johnston yet. He's got a 2-0 count. Runner takes off on a swing and miss, and Tom will cut down Matsui. That brings us to the 7th inning stretch. Astros still up 2-1. Joey will lead off on the other side. All right. Joey, I kind of have forgotten what he's done today. I know he didn't get a hit his first time up. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Make it 2-1, that one down and away. Swings and misses at a high slider to make it 2-2. This one's inside. We've got a full count. I think it might be the first full count today, actually. Oh, and looks at a fastball right down the middle. So here's Quinton with his first at-bat of the day. And it will be left-handed, which, you know, makes sense since we still have Sanchez. And he's going to dump this one into left, and it will get down for a base hit. 1-out single brings us back to the top of the order. Kester 1 for 2, and looks like he's going to bunt again. Gets down, oh, no, rolls foul. I thought it was good off the bat, but angled it too much. Swings at this one, and it will not get down on the ground. Maurer makes a pretty good play. 2 away. Marvin 2 for 3 on the day. Runner still on first. He is behind on that slider as Sanchez starting to wipe his brow. Marvin hits this one hard. Gomez will not catch up to it. It rolls all the way back to the wall. Here comes Quinton in to score, and this game is tied at 2. Marvin coming through today in a big way. Gets that one over Gomez's head, and that lets Quinton score all the way from first. He's not the speediest runner either. Wouldn't call him slow, but he's not necessarily fast either. So here's Chief with the runner in scoring position to potentially take the lead, though there are 2 outs. First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is lined foul in right field. 0-2. Ground ball. Matsui picks it up and gets it to first. But it is now a new ball game as we go into the 8th inning. We are tied at 2. Hunter Pence is going to lead things off for the Astros. He was up at the plate when Matsui was cut down stealing. Johnston's still on the mound, now pitching in a different kind of situation here. He's got Pence with a 1-1 count. He gets a line drive, well, line drive, fly ball, whatever you want to call it, into right center. It's a hit either way. And we are going to get a pinch runner, it looks like. Ikari's going to come in, though he's rated as the same speed as Pence. A little surprising. Gomez looks at a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Slurve didn't really curve, but it still got a swing and a miss. Here's Joe Maurer. He's 2 for 3, though that out does feel like a big one. Sets up a potential double play. Though he's thrown Maurer 2 balls, which isn't helping. That slurve is called a strike. Maurer doesn't like the call. Line drive right to Joey. So 2 away. Here's Carlos Lee. 1 for 3, but that one was a 2-run homer. Oh, this one gets, I guess, mishandled by Tom. It didn't really get by him, but it did allow the runner to get to second either way. This into left field, and the Astros are going to take the lead again. 3-2 now on that RBI from Carlos Lee. He's got all 3 RBI for the Astros. Ty Wigginton watches that sinker sink too much. This one down and in. 2-0. There's a ground ball to second. Kester will get it to first, but the Astros pull in front again. 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Terry is going to lead things off. Looks like Ikari will stay in and play left. Carlos Lee coming out of the game for Ryan Church. Sanchez still on the mound for now. Gets a swing and a miss out of Terry. This one hit hard but foul down the left field line. This looks like this actually will be the last batter for Sanchez. As Terry puts this into center, did he get all of it? No, off the top of the wall. It's going to have to be a leadoff double instead. Very nearly tied it up on that swing. I think it hit right below that gold line. Boy, it seemed to hang up there forever, didn't it? All right, so the Astros go to their bullpen and find DeRosa, who we have certainly not seen. All right, Frank at the plate is 0 for 3, but he's got the tying run on second with no outs at the moment. Looks at a backdoor slider for a strike. Swings and misses at a not very good curveball, actually. That one just a bit low. 1-2. Frank swings and misses. Big surprise there. One down. Here is Tom. They're going to intentionally walk him. It is the pitcher spot up next, though he will obviously pinch hit. A little surprised they're going to bother doing the intentional walk. We need this run, so it's going to be Sweeney time. Average not great, but he has been clutch. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch is called a strike up in the zone. This one also called a strike, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that's not what we got him off the bench for. Joey, though, with a chance to tie it still. Looks at strike 1. There are 2 outs. He gets this one through the right side of the infield. Oh, why didn't you try to score? Quinton's going to need another base hit, or it could be a wild pitch, I guess. Quinton looks at a strike. He is flipped around right-handed. Swings and misses at a high fastball. Oh, I got a bad feeling. Oh, yep, sinker right on the outside corner, and that will end the inning. That feels like the game, but we do have another inning to go, so we will see how that goes. Astros still up 3-2. Berkman's going to lead it off. We'll put Zap in there, the Joey's spot, and let Sweeney play short. I think he'll handle that fine for an inning.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 23.
Oh, I mean, maybe he didn't think he could make it. Maybe he couldn't have, but I think you got to try to score in that situation. Berkman 2 for 3 on the day. He will swing and miss at a fastball. That changeup is out of the zone. I think it floated on Zap a little bit. Tries it again, and this time gets a ground ball to second. 1 down. Here is Miguel Tejada, who's 1 for 3. Swings and misses. That breaking ball is too low. There's a called strike. 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 away. Here is Matsui. He is 1 for 3. Was also caught stealing the one time he did get a hit. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Pops this one into shallow right center, and it will fall in for a base hit. Here is DeRosa. I've lost track of the changes the Astros have made, so I don't know if that's legitimate or not, but I'm not going to complain about facing a rookie draftee out of the bullpen. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Squirrels need 1 run to stay alive. They're back at the top of their order. Houston is going to put in their closer, who is, Bobby Jenks. Did not know he was here in Houston. Let's see what we can get done against him. Kester, 1 for 3, fouled out in his last at bat. He also has a sac bunt. Looks at strike 1. Pops this one up. Wigginton will make the catch. 1 down. Here comes Marvin, who is 3 for 4. Got an important double in his last at bat. Looks at strike 1. Important RBI double. Didn't get enough on that one. Wigginton again makes the play. Chief is the final chance for the Squirrels. As he looks at strike 1. Ground ball to short, Tejada to first, and that is game one. Final score, Houston Astros 3, Indianapolis Squirrels, and the Astros start off with a big road win to make a statement in this series. The Squirrels had their chances. They out-hit the Astros. The Astros had an error in this game, but couldn't get it done. Needed that, I don't know if we'll see it or not, but Terry hit that one just off the top of the wall out there in center. If that just had another couple feet, this would have been into extra innings. All right, Carlos Lee is going to be your player of the game, which he should have been. He knocked in all 3 runs, including a 2-run homer. So thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We'll be back here with Game 2 tomorrow. We'll see you then.